What's up, everybody? Beelzebubba Gamer here, and I'm playing Thoom the Barbarian, and I'm here with my good friend,
AC Gamer.
and we are fishing in the ocean of tears.
And it's raining, guys. You can see it's coming down pretty hard, which actually I hear is the best time to rain or best time to fish right before weather like this. You know, the weather's coming in, it's changing. The fish are kind of active inside the water. I'm not very much of a fisherman, so I could be completely wrong on that. I'm just going by from what
I
other
think it
people have
knocks
told me.
the insects out of the air. The rain knocks the insects out of the air into the water, so the fish come up to the surface and eat a lot more, right? I mean, that makes sense, right? Does that sound like it
Go
makes
with what you
sense?
said.
All right, so basically what you do, guys, is you just buy a fishing pole, equip it, get you some bait, and then you hit the fishing button in your actions bar. So AC actually had to teach me that because I've never fished in this game before. So, all right, AC, I think we were gonna talk. What was the other topic we were gonna talk about? And besides, oh yeah, the fact that they may be coming out with a new server that is brand new, blue, starting over again, and you're excited about that, and I am as well. Tell me why you're so excited about them maybe coming out with a fresh server.
Well, the reason I like the idea of it is because I found this server late. The original game, when it first came out, I started it when it first came out. And I was there about a month after the game had been released. So I wasn't too far behind the curve. Yeah, in a month there's some hardcore players. You got pretty high level and had gotten some pretty good loot. But pretty much the people you got to know from that amount of time were the ones who were staying and they were playing, and they didn't know too much more than you did. There was still a lot of mystery involved in the game, and we didn't have the great Google machine that you got now, where you can just do searches for stuff. So you got to start when the game first came out. Also, I like the original. I like just the bare bones original EverQuest. I like Cleric as well, and I'm kind of torn on Velis because I know that it really opened up the raid for a lot more people, and for that reason alone, I kind of give it a pass. But as far as the content goes, I could have been just happy with bare bones EverQuest without even Cleric. But I did love Cleric as well. I did love Seb and those
So this
zones.
has got some good points. It's got some good points, but I see what you're saying, man. It always confused me about how white it is, and it's hard to see. Everything's white in some of the zones and stuff like that, and it's very confusing and very hard to find. When I first went over there, it was very hard to find, our way and stuff like that. So I don't know. I kind of see what you're saying about Velius. Cleric, I love Cleric. I think I love Cleric maybe a little bit more than I love. I don't know. The original content for me is magic. It's awesome. It's
Yeah.
special. But I really, really love Cleric. City of Mist is my favorite. Besides maybe Seb, those are my two favorite dungeons in the whole entire game. So I don't know. I like chicken. I do know that though.
I had ZK send me a message. He's like, "What's an OT or over there?" Fishing is what we got.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for me, the way I look at it, and sorry, ZK, I'll get to you later. I just don't like typing while I'm doing this because the keyboard's off to the side, and I'll definitely hit you up after the video's over. But yeah, the reason I like the original is because from what I could see with later's expansions, especially Velius, it did seem like the focus kind of shifted a little bit from your regular gaming experience to in-game stuff. I mean, with the originals, you had plenty of low-level zones, you had plenty of medium-level zones, you had a number of high-level zones. I won't say plenty of them, but you had a number of them that you could go to, some more popular than others. When Cleric came out, you had pretty much the same thing. You had some low-level zones, you had some medium-level zones, and you had some high-level zones. When Velius came out, it seemed like that shifted, and you really only had medium-level zones, high-level zones, and then raid content. And I didn't really appreciate that because, for me, I had two different character playstyles. I had my Shadow Knight, who really ran around a lot of the time by himself, looking for groups, but never quite getting into any of them. Or if he did, it would be like 2 or 3 people at max, kind of trying to form a group and never really succeeding that well. And not until I got into like lower Guck stage that I actually started to make, groups on an average basis with that guy. Whereas my Cleric was incredibly popular in groups, and not because I was like the greatest Cleric in the world. I actually wasn't that bad. Is this the one we want, or is this one taking us back?
Yeah. Ooh, I don't know, man. Why you gotta ask me confusing? But I don't even know if we're gonna be able to get on that.
Yeah, that one's not quite
Hello?
pulling up. Can we get to the back of it?
Hello? Hello?
What, can you hear me?
Yeah. I mean, no. I'm saying hello. How do we get on the boat?
There we. Oh
What's
crap!
going
No, that
on?
didn't work at all. Where am I?
Oh, it did work. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on the boat.
Are
I'm
you?
on a boat.
How'd you get on
Oh
it?
wow. I'm like
I'm
just
below it.
floating.
There we go.
Walk up the back. Yeah. Walk up the bat like you did. I hope this is not.
I think this is taking us back to Freeport, but even if it does, we could just stay on the boat and ride it back. Yeah, I think that's gonna
So
do that.
yeah,
But yeah,
Guyvan's asking me what server we are on EQ2. I told him permafrost because I think that's correct.
it
Do
is
you
gonna.
know for certain?
I think it is permafrost, but if it is,
I think
permafrost
they're
is
about to
not going to.
collapse.
Yeah, they're gonna merge. They're not
Oh,
collapsing, but they're merging in together for. Was it 2 or 3 other servers? You know, EverQuest 2 has been out for a while, and it doesn't quite have the following that EverQuest 1 has. And so the servers, over time, they had to create more and more of them. Don't ask me why P99 doesn't have this problem. I've seen the servers go all the way up to 2,000, sometimes even more than that. When we had like really popular days, like when Velius first came out. Whereas I've seen with Sony or now Daybreak Games, Daybreak Studios, they really have a max at like 1,500 people before they have to create a whole nother server and call it something else to be able to handle that many people. I'm not quite sure why. Now, yeah, this is an older game, and EverQuest 2 is more recent, but still, that shouldn't make that big of a difference. And so they had a lot of servers for EverQuest 2 back in the day, and they kept adding more and more and more as more people came to it. But lately, over the past like 4 years, the game has been dwindling. There's been less and less people playing it, and they've been merging the servers that are left. You know, you may have like 100 people on this server that are still playing, and 1,500 people on that server who are still playing, and you know, so many people on another server. They merge them all together, so those people now have a bigger pool of people to play with. And anybody who comes back to the game won't lose their character or anything like that. They'll just be on a server that's been merged together. So if everybody on all those servers decides to come back, this is going to be a really, really popular server. Not going to happen. You know, like when people leave an MMO, they may come back every once in a while to check it out when the new expansion comes out, but overall, you know, they're probably not going to come back. I think EverQuest is the only one that I've ever come back to. What about you?
you know, I'm not real sure that I have a really strong opinion one way or the other about it. I think
Well, I
that
mean, like,
you were
not
saying
a,
the other day. You were saying the other day that that like okay for instance the merging of the EQ2 servers. That's going to allow us to maybe find more groups, which I think that is a good thing.
no, it is
But
a good thing. I was just saying
it
with game in
sucks that
generals, do you normally find when you stop an MMO, do you come back to it, or do you normally just move on to the next one and
it
really kind of.
depends. I don't think I'll ever go back to WoW. I don't think I'll ever go back to WoW. I did come back to EQP99, and that's where my heart is, and I'm happy. I don't think I'll ever need another RPG except for the ones that Elder Scrolls comes out with, or Bethesda, like the next after Skyrim. Those are the RPGs that I'm looking forward to. But now I was watching a game theory episode where they were saying that MMORPGs are dying out, and they're turning into freemium games. They're turning into the phones on your cell phone, like the Walking Dead game that you're playing and stuff like that. That's where the RPGs are going. That
I don't.
they're becoming a dying art.
I actually don't see that. I was actually just having a conversation with somebody about this earlier today, where I'm sitting there, and it was my mother actually that I was having the conversation with. I was over there at her house, and I was visiting because I hadn't seen her in a while. And you know, she plays a lot of cell phone games because you know she's older, and she never played games back in the day. You know, we did have a movie theater, and then we had arcades that we had bought ourselves. That my father was, you know, he went into like the arcade kind of business where he had the arcades in our theater, and you know he would go to other theaters and have them set up there, and he made connections that way. And so they did have like games, and I guess maybe she played some here and there, but it wasn't until the recent years that she started playing games on the phone. And she gets really addicted to them now. Like she'll play these stupid little these tiny crappy games on your phone, and she was actually asking me why none of them ever maintain content. And she's like she was kind
Oh
of getting
wow.
angry with it that they after a certain amount of time she get to like the max level, and then that would be it, right? And like a year go by and they've never added anything new to it. And I'm like, the difference between those two games is the people who use them, and people who use those cell phone games, they I won't say are.
We took the wrong boat, dude.
Yeah, that's all right. It will take us back.
We took the wrong boat,
As
man.
long as we're on a boat. But yeah, I think what it comes down to is those little cell phone games. You play them for like a week, 2 weeks, maybe a month at max, and then you move on to the next one.
Okay, Gavin says stay in Freeport. He's gonna come pick us up and take us to Butcher Block. So if you don't have any adverse things to that, I think that's what I'll do.
Yeah, that's
Because
fine.
well, I can't believe we took the wrong boat, guys. I
I
mean,
can believe it. It was set. It's set up differently. It looked differently. It just everything about it kind of screamed that was probably the wrong
that's the
boat.
wrong boat.
But
But how,
as long as you get on a boat, because it's only going to stay here for a few minutes and then take off, and it takes 30 minutes for it to make that round trip back to you, or at least one of them does. So if you see a boat, I would get on it. You may waste like 5-10 minutes here, but that's a lot less time than wasting like half an hour for another boat if you're not sure. So in the end, I think we were better off doing that. But I guess we can go ahead and fish a little bit more. But yeah,
yeah.
like I was saying, I mean, those games you really don't play for long periods of time, whereas computer games and console games, people get so much more into those. The hardcore gamers, even the medium gamers that are just playing on the weekends and stuff like that, they get really into those games. Those games can take 120, even more hours to play. Computer games in general, for me anyway, because I play MMOs a lot, they could take years because they just never end. And because of that, there's two different people who play those games. There's the ones that want something very quick. The time sinks almost like if you're at a doctor's office or stuck in traffic or something like that, bumper to bumper. I was actually stuck in bumper to bumper about a week ago on I-10, and I sat in the same spot for like 20 minutes. So I didn't need to be looking at the road. I didn't need to be. I don't listen to the radio that often. So having a little game that I can just play like solitaire on or something stupid that passes the time while I'm waiting for the noxious fumes around me from the other cars to kill me. It's definitely something nice to have, but I don't play them for very long. And that's something she noticed as well. Is it's just they're not very in-depth games. So I don't really see MMOs going to the cell phone. MMOs are the exact opposite of what cell phones are all about and tablets are all about. Those are really about wasting a little bit of time here and there. Maybe one day that will change. I think tablets are kind of in a league of their own. They definitely do allow people to play games that they normally can't, or play them for a lot longer because of the battery life and the screen size and things of that sort. But can you imagine trying to play Everquest on an itty little bitty tiny screen of a cell phone? Like I couldn't do that. Could you?
Yeah, I've done it. I mean, Clash of Clans was. It's not. It's like you said. It's more of a phone game, but yeah. I mean, I can see playing.
Like this
Maybe not
game, like
EverQuest.
that's what I'm saying. Like at this
EverQuest on a
game,
tablet. I mean, if I could hug if I could plug a keyboard and a mouse up
but then it would just
the
be a
tablet.
desktop. That would just be a desktop with a
It's
small
true.
little
It's true.
screen.
But I would do it. So yes, I am one of those crazy people who.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Gavin
Like,
wants us to go to WC, man, so he can pick us up. So.
yeah, I think what it comes down to is a lot of people don't realize what tablets and cell phones are. They're just mini computers. They're little mini laptops,
And
basically.
they get more and more powerful and powerful.
Oh,
as,
yeah, man.
Like you said, they advance the technology, and it's just nuts. But no, I would rather play my EverQuest P99 on my computer because I have a bigger screen. I'm more comfortable doing so. But I've played those little phone games, and I know what your mom says that they are addictive, and they're designed to be as addictive as possible.
But only for a short time. After
Right.
that short time is over with, you move on, and it's very rare for somebody not to. And that's why she was really like, I played this game for a long time. She liked it. She wanted more content. I'm like, you're just not going to get it with phone games. Like, if you want more content, you like those games, you need to play something a little bit more sophisticated in the sense that they're designed for people who want longevity, where cell phone games are just not designed for that.
So what about The Last Stand? Would you consider that a cell phone game?
Oh, definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
I would
Any
too.
game that has wait periods on it is a cell phone game, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
A friendship.
I hate games that do that. I don't understand the whole, oh, wait 24 hours. Oh, wait 10 minutes. Well,
Did we
let's
just
get you
go a circle?
addictive. Yeah, I think we did. That's what I get for following the barbarian guys.
What the crap?
No
Okay, it's
sense of
this way. It's
direction.
this way.
Too late. Okay, let me
Okay.
turn around. Let me turn around.
Okay. I was like, too late. I don't, guys, I'm new. I mean, I didn't even
There
know
you
the
are.
boats and stuff like that. So I don't think I've ever been, I think I've been to Ocean of Tears maybe once or twice.
This is
And
why I
that was
wanted to
back,
do the video, man, to show people around. Because, like you said,
yeah,
you're just nobody ever takes the time anymore in some of these other games. They just
I
use
wish I
the
could watch videos where then I would know where I was going if I'd seen some videos of this area.
right.
So yeah,
I see like with EverQuest 2 or even this one, even regular EverQuest on live when they came out with Plane of Knowledge. Everybody just clicks on a book, and one of the biggest
oh
problems
yeah,
with getting to certain zones, and that's one of the reasons it was never really camped very often, was just knowing how to get there and then be willing to go through the trouble of doing it. But now when you have a little book, yeah, it's a lot easier and you waste less time running over, but it changes the game, and in my opinion, not for the better, usually anyways. So I like taking the time and going off and just exploring and seeing what I can find and remembering these areas. I mean, look, somebody put. I'm guessing that's poo. Like that's either horse manure or one of the wizards over here had an accident or something like
it
that.
is.
Like somebody put that in there. Somebody thought
Oh
that
wait,
would
I
be
clicked
funny.
on it. I clicked on it. It says Demiro.
Ah, funny. Woo! My sides are splitting, guys.
I love you, man.
But that's what I say. Like if you could teleport around, that's something you would have missed. You wouldn't have seen that. I mean, yeah,
Well,
granted, it's poo. Yeah,
well,
yeah, I
but
get
you
it.
said now you were saying the boat's classic, but so is teleport, dude. I mean,
Teleports are classic, but not the
wizards and
book. Like
yeah,
you can't just
oh
run up
yeah,
to a
I
book.
agree with that 100%. You're exactly right. I did enjoy my time on live, guys. I'm not gonna diss it or bash it at all. But I'm happy to be home on P99. This is the game that I fell in love with when I was younger, and this is the game that I'm glad to be back to.
Are we going to the Westgate?
Do you know where you're going? I
Yeah,
don't
it's right over
know.
here.
Yeah, okay. Wait, is that? Oh yeah, here it is. Huh?
I think
Good job.
we probably would have already been over in Butcher Block by now, man.
what, what does that mean,
I
dude?
was
I don't
just
think so.
saying.
That boat's slow as crap, dude.
Let's see. So where are we meeting him out here?
If we had the Western Commons.
Oh, okay. He's over there by the
Oh,
tunnel.
he's stay at the West Freeport Gate. So
All right, let's run back. And look at this, guys. This is pretty cool. The way it looks, everything they set up, the cactuses and stuff. We never really showed this zone off because we don't have any human characters. We didn't start over here, and
why would you make a human character in a fantasy RPG, guys? Why would you do that? So describe to me what your thought process is.
why
To
not?
make a human, because I just don't know. I don't like it. I've never played a human. Don't even have any interest in playing a human on this game or any other game where I could be an orc or a barbarian or a troll or an ogre. I mean, why? Why would you want to play a regular old human? I don't think I'll ever understand that.
They're not bad. They're like even right down the middle, which is usually what they always are in
Yeah,
video
but
games.
it's the
Hey,
thing
Gavin, by
about
the way, thank you for the teleport,
yeah.
man.
Hey,
And
God, we
and
love you,
the
man.
yeah the
Give me a hug,
spirit of
buddy.
wolf.
Give me a hug. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a hug, dude. There we go. There's your hug. Love you, Gavin. But no, I mean, you can play a troll, dude. Why would you play a human when you can play a troll? You can play a lizard guy. Why would you play a human when you could play that or a dark elf or a bigger human with a bigger forehead? I mean, you got all these exotic choices. Why? I mean, I understand you're saying that their stats are even the most evened out, most average. That's average. Woo, bitty dude.
Yeah, but
I don't want
that
average,
means
I
they're
want
good.
ogre.
That means they're good on everything. Like instead of like an ogre, he's good at strength and stuff, but he's like the dumbest thing you could possibly find. If you threw a rock, the rock is going to be smarter than that ogre. So it just, what do you want? And if you were actually playing it as a role play, like you were going to go into that, would you always want to be the stupid one? Like always, like no chance at ever being normal. Like
As far as being an ogre, I think there's a chance you could be an intelligent ogre. Man.
no, no. The only ones who are intelligent ogres are the ones who broke roleplay.
I just want to
And
bash stuff, dude. I just want to bash stuff.
yeah,
I
that's
wanna be like the
exactly what an
Hulk.
ogre is. But you'd never be able to form a complete sentence. Most of the time, people would have no clue what you were saying. You would be so, you'd have so little
But,
intelligence that most of the time you'd be drooling on
dude,
yourself.
actions speak louder than words, brother.
And your only action would be to bash stuff because
Yeah.
you'd have no clue what else was going on.
What other actions are there, man? Come on, dude.
I'm just saying, like a human, he's split right down the middle. Like he's intelligent, he's smart, he's strong. He has all these things that he could do possibly with his skill. He wouldn't be great in any of them, but he wouldn't be bad in any of them either. So if you're going to go into like pure roleplay, human's not a very bad one to pick. If you're going to play like an erudite or a high elf, yeah, you're going to have high strength, you're going to have high wisdom. I'm scared.
When we him
Why are
still,
we over in the
he's
Dreadlands? I
taking
love
he's
the way
taking.
this looks, guys. This is
Oh, I love it.
beautiful.
Yeah, I love the Dreadlands, but it's dangerous, dude. The Dreadlands will get you
We should
squished
be fine right now.
so quick.
Oh,
Oh
is
yeah,
he?
this is a. There's no mobs in this area and
He's
stuff
gonna
like that.
invis us
So
over.
yeah, he better. I mean, sorry, Gavin, but if you don't, we're gonna be meat pretty fast. There's just nothing to it. I like Gavin, man. He's been a really cool dude, man.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna follow him. We have C and Viz on. Maybe
Yeah,
his group and Viz. But I love the fall looking trees. These are really, really cool.
I'm still scared. Is my uh is my keyboard is it loud and obnoxious tonight?
I'll let the audience be the answer to that one, guys.
Let me know, guys. I mean, I have to type. I have to talk to people who send me tells and stuff like that. But I've got this hot button that says, "Hey, we're recording right now. Could you wait until we're done recording?" And if it's really annoying, guys, I can't hear it. I can't hear it in the recording. I can't hear but I know my mic's situated right next to my keyboard. So if it is too loud, guys, and you really rather me not type, let me know because we got a fix for that. So just leave a comment on AC's video or on my video, and I'll definitely leave it out next time because we can do that and we will do that. So
I don't think it's bad. I think it's just fine, man. But yeah, when you first started doing it back in the day, it was really loud. But I think it's gotten better now. I don't know
I
if you
put
lowered the sensitivity or what.
I put Q-tips in my computer all over the place,
That would not explain it.
and I used I put all the Q-tips had earwax and
That's
boogers,
disgusting. Yeah.
but
What?
it has
Boogers? Like
muffled. Yeah, you clean out your nose and your ears with the same Q-tip for months.
what? What? I've never heard of anybody using a Q-tip for their nose,
No, neither.
let alone both. Like that's just you're giving yourself like a wet willy, or do you do it in reverse? I mean, but if you're doing it for weeks, it doesn't really matter, and then
Well,
it's
when you
just
get there, when
disgusting.
you
Like
get
I'm trying to
there,
take apart something that's obviously not, but still just seriously disgusting.
well, when you get the earwax on there, it kind of, it gives you that buffer between all the other bodily fluids, so it's really
Ugh.
not an issue. Actually,
Okay, ogre, you're definitely gonna be an ogre. That you picked the right race for that one, man. Except you wouldn't be using a Q-tip. You'd be using like the dead bones from like some high elf that you killed or something like that.
yeah, I don't know why I'm a fan of the bad guys, but I always have been. Thum and Corvellis are both very much out of character to me. I'm usually playing the troll or the orc or the goblin. Those are the. I don't know. I don't know why I'm like that, but I prefer to play the bad guys. Always have.
Now I definitely know what you mean. When I was younger, whenever I played like the RTSs, I always played the bad guys. I would always play, you know, the Harkonnen or something like that on Dune. I'd always play.
I want to play that game. You've talked about that game. I love Dune. I love the book. I love the movie. I want to play that game.
There's two of them. I think you'd like both of them.
To hear you be as passionate about it, that's a game that I bet Steam has it too. Steam has all these old games, all these real-time strategy games that they fixed up and they've made it where you can play it on your new computers, even though it was meant to be played 20 years ago. So I'm gonna check, and if it's on there, I may actually make a playthrough of the game he's talking about, guys. Because one
That
of
would
my
be
first
awesome.
loves, as far as video games, was Command and Conquer.
Oh
So
yeah, it's on par
I,
with Command and Conquer, and that's saying something because I had high opinions of Command and Conquer
yeah, Command and Conquer was
before the
awesome.
last like 10 years. The last yeah,
No, I
it's
mean I'm talking about the first three or four Command and Conquers when it was old
right. The
school.
original, yeah.
Yeah, it's just such
I
a
hate to
such a
harp on that too. Be like, we're like, you guys don't like anything that's recent. I love a lot of new games.
yeah.
I just
Fallout 4's
like,
coming out, guys.
oh
Fallout
yeah,
4.
I love the Fallout games. I love Mass Effect. Mass Effect is one of the
Never
trilogies.
played those.
Holy crap, man! If you have not played those are friggin' amazing.
I need to. I want to play them. Everybody tells me they're really good games. Now, if I ever do decide to play Mass Effect, should
Start
I
from number
start from the
one.
beginning?
Start
Okay,
from the
all right.
because those series, and you want to play on the same device, whether it's an Xbox or computer. You want to play all three on the same because your save game will actually be transferred over to the second one and the second one to the third one. Now, there's places you can download those save games, and the reason people do that, the main reason is the fact that your choices in the game reflect in the game. Like if I don't want to ruin anything for you, but I'll just give you an example that may or may not actually be in the game. But if you want to say save somebody or not save somebody, or save somebody versus saving somebody else, you could lose that person. And in the second game, they may or may not be there, depending on if you save them or not. That's the kind of effects that you will have. And over the course of all three games, stuff that you did in the very first one will actually affect the story all the way down into the third one in all these minute different ways. It's really, really amazing. The only downside to the entire thing is the first one's amazing, the second one's amazing, and the third one did even a better job with everything else except for the very end. At the very end, they take a giant dump right on your face. But if you can get over that, yeah, if you can get over that, the games are still in it. Just I would recommend it to anybody. Anybody who likes those kind of games, I would highly recommend playing Mass Effects, the series. But just keep in mind they do take a giant. I'm not even kidding, guys. It's if they could pull their pants down right in front of you and take it right on your face, you would walk away with the same feeling of disgust from that ending, which is, I believe, almost like 99% of people, had that same, gut wrenching reaction to
it
that.
was
The end
my
of that one.
understanding that the gaming company, they took a choice. They took a chance doing that. And yeah, a lot of
Yeah, they
a
took
lot of the
they took
reaction.
a real big chance on just crapping out at the very end. Like all your choices in all the other games made a difference, and you would actually see different games. There's people out there who have let's plays of it. You can watch one person's let's play, completely different. I'm not even kidding, guys. Not remotely the same let's play as somebody else who chose different things through each and every single one of the games. At the very end, all those choices that you had made, that you were hoping and waiting and just expecting to see come to flourishing in some beautiful and fantastic way. No, we're just going to give you an ending that's the same for everybody, which is something we've never done on any of the other ones. And so yeah, it was heartbreaking. I lost you guys. You guys are so far away.
Oh no. Okay, hold up.
It's because I'm a fat guy, man. I am overweight. There you
Yeah,
guys
you.
are.
Okay, all
I
right.
see you. Okay, I see. Yeah, I just see you.
I love this song, man. Dreadlands is one of my favorite songs, guys. Especially look at Connors Castle. Look at
Yeah,
that
KC
beautiful.
guys, KC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay, man. It's just I am overweight. I am overweight like a fool should never be. Let's see,
Yeah. You're
indifferent.
running slow. Let me wait on my boy, my
Even with
brother.
Spirit of the Wolf, I'm still slow
Look, you're
as.
sinking, dude. You're
Yeah.
sinking. Are you in third person?
No, I'm in first person.
Okay.
But it
All
doesn't
right.
it doesn't matter, man, because I'm so overweight. I just sink faster than you guys do.
Oh God, definitely calm these enemies in. Okay, he's indifferent. He can't see Invis.
Yeah, I've been checking them out, but Invis can fail at any time.
No, no.
Dim, please
Okay.
answer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need to answer. Okay,
Don't stop, man. Put your numlocks on, man.
I don't want to leave you behind, man. I'd much rather, you might be able to zone into Corner's Castle if your Invis does
You
break.
really think I'd be able to zone any one of these guys?
No, if I'm beating on it and distracting it, then yes, I believe that honestly that you would be able to get
Do
away.
you really think you could beat on any one of these guys? These guys are
I
so
would,
red to us. They would kill you in one shot, then look at me and I would die.
I would be, yeah. I mean, I would be able to better take a hits for a few seconds than you would, and a few seconds might actually buy your life with that salve.
A few seconds. I don't even think I think you're overestimating how much you last on these guys,
Oh no, I've got like 600-700 hit points, man.
which they would quadruple hit you for. That would no, you would
Oh,
not
I've got
survive.
700. I've got 700 hit points.
Woo,
Yeah.
yeah. So you'd be able to
You
survive
watch your
like
mouth. You watch your
3/4
mouth.
of the hit, maybe.
Dude, I'd be able to tank these single-handedly forever, dude. Okay, each and every one. Each
I
and
don't
every
think
one, I'd
so.
stomp them.
I do
Okay.
apologize, by the way, Gavin, for not answering. Like I said, have the keyboard pretty far away from me. It's the dark, and anytime I try to answer, it usually takes me like a minute or 2 minutes just to find
Hold on.
where the right keys are, so that I can actually, spell something out. Usually, it's just me backspacing the wrong letters. Oh, we're zoning.
Okay. I hope he saw that.
Saw what?
That me and you want to make a video of Firiona, because I think he wants to take her straight to Lake of the Loam, and that's not what we want. We want to go over there and check out Firiona. I
Oh
want to.
no, we can go to
Oh,
Lake
you-
of El Moment, and then we can come back
That's
to Fiona Vi later, somewhere down the road.
Yeah,
Because
that's
right
fine.
now we're just kind of showing off the zones. We're kind of rushing through a lot of them, and I wish I had more tidbits to throw in here now and again. I mean, Carner's Castle, I could tell you loads and loads about on the inside. On the outside, I've never really hunted there. The whole zone we just passed right through, really for me, had always been just a zone that you transition from. Like it's one to avoid because there's not a whole lot there as a cleric, like you just don't go out there. Druids, on the other hand, I believe actually like that zone. There's a lot of places you
Oh
can
yeah.
kite and kill things out there, but for clerics, not so much.
Hunting around the castle with my cleric in Dreadlands, hunting outside the castle and along the edge of the castle was one of my earliest memories, man. One of my favorite memories. Dreadlands hold a lot of I don't know, a lot of good memories for me. A lot of I came into my own in the Dreadlands. I became I think I got close to where I could give 96% reses, or maybe even got 96% reses in Dreadlands. So, or maybe I came back and gave people 96% reses or something in Dreadlands. But yeah, Dreadlands had good memories for me. It's like Kunark. I don't think there is a zone in Kunark at all that I don't like, that I don't enjoy being in or enjoy hunting in. So, are you
Yeah,
still with us?
yep, I'm still here. Yeah, it was very well done. I definitely liked the fact that they added content for everybody. And one of the huge things that is massively important to me in this game is that the zones are so freaking big. I heard on the progression server that Daybreak Games came out with that was supposed to be more classic, but still completely and totally missed the mark on what classic was supposed to be. Had it where they actually came out with instances. So when the Dreadlands would fill up with too many people, they would. You're running into the wall there, man. They would have it where you could create another instance. Would also have a new instance of names, and what you could do is log on when it's busy. How are your
How
buffs,
are
my
your
buffs are? It's
buffs?
fine. I'm good. So
Hmm.
what a lot of people would do, like they did in EverQuest 2, is they would log on when it's busy, go into instance, say number 5 or 10 or 15, and then when just sit there, let their character sit there during the day while they're at work or whatever they're doing. When they got home, of course, it's not as busy and there's not as many instances, but now they
These
own that
mobs.
entire instance to themselves.
Look at
They
that. She's
have,
got red hair. She's hot from that part. She's hot with the dark elf part, guys. But the rest of her is just
yeah, yeah. If you look real close, man, holy crap, those guys are wicked.
yeah. There's Firiona Vi. Do you want to go ahead and check out FV, man, or you want to go on the Lake of Alaman?
Let's go to the lake and see what we can kill over there, because we can always come back to this later on. This is easy to get to. Just take the boat.
I'm on a boat. Well, who is that?
What,
I
the
just saw.
statue? With
Oh,
no
okay. Somebody's
arms?
hunting. Oh, right here. Is that you? No, no. Okay,
I'm
it's a
trying to
ghost.
follow our
Oh,
druid because he is so far
uh,
away from us.
it's so far away from us. So far, I just can't see.
Yeah,
Isn't
he
that Dire
definitely
Straits? Yeah,
doesn't
that's
have a
Dire Straits.
problem. I don't know on that
You're
one, man.
so far away from me. Well, my voice, man. I don't know. Maybe I should have been on American.
If you want to get ripped apart, maybe, yeah. I don't know where he went.
Thanks a lot, AC. Oh, we lost you. We
Well,
lost him.
no, you could be the greatest singer in the world and still get ripped apart on there. That's the whole point behind that show, is just to kind of tear you down. I don't really see them ever building anybody up, but I never watched it enough. I could have just the wrong impression on the whole thing, but
Oh, there he is. Okay. So you want to Okay. Let's see.
and look at this city, guys. This city is in disrepair. You can kind of see them putting up scaffolding, maybe trying to fix it a little bit here and there. We definitely will show you the city in detail, show you where the bank is and where you need to go. This is not one that I really ever. I can't say I didn't spend any time here because I did. You kind of have to if you're going to be over here in Canark, but it's not one that I preferred. Like if I had a choice and got to teleport someplace else, and I didn't necessarily have to be here, I'd probably choose not to be. It's you get comfortable with the city. You know, whatever starting city you start in, or that kind of goes without saying. If you start in the city, it's your starting city. But whatever city that was for you, you usually learn that one so much better than any of the other cities out there that you would progress and stay there. She wanted me bind
Oh,
here.
these guys like me, man.
Are
These
we
guys are.
binding here?
Yeah, yeah, I am. I mean, if we're gonna
Okay.
hunt in Lake of Iloman,
I guess we could do that. I was just gonna teleport back when we were done, but
well,
leave you here.
I can't teleport, and if we die in Lake of Iloman, this will definitely be a lot easier of a run. So, okay, Invis is down, and Invis and Lev are down.
Okay, guys. Well, I think what we're gonna go ahead and do is regroup here. I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode. If you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Definitely helps grow the channel. We greatly appreciate it. Also, make sure to leave those comments down below. We want to hear what you think on this kind of series. Do you like watching us travel? Is that not really that exciting to you? We can kind of cut it out if you don't want it. But we figured, you guys had seen a lot of fighting lately. Really haven't shown you around too much. We kind of didn't really get to show you around too much here as it was. It was just us traveling from one, location to the next. But again, we want to thank you for watching. You want to say anything before we head out?
Just guys, would you like to see more of us exploring or more combat? What do you guys want? What do you guys want to watch? We're more than willing to give it to you guys. We want to make you guys happy,
Yeah, give it to him, guys.
and yeah, just playing the game makes us happy. So let us know, guys, in the comments, and we love you. We love all of your. Well, we love you.
Okay, so you love him and you want to give it to him. There's something
We love you
wrong
in a
with there,
special
guys.
way that a man loves chicken.
And again, guys, thanks for watching. We will definitely catch you next time.
Subscribe.